All right, I'm going to try this again. This is Bonsai Anonymous. And what we're up to right now, if I can make this not fall off. Okay. What we're up to right now is fixing this pot. Okay. And once again, I'm pretty sure you can't see what I'm doing because I made an attempt to clean up some of my desk the other day here, and I got it cleaned up enough to put this really big pot on it, and left it. So that's not so good. All right, so let me show you what I have here. This is a pot that I made a long time ago, and probably was nearly one of my first pots, perhaps. It's got to go the other way. All right, so this is it's so awkward. What am I getting here? Okay, that's better. All right, so this is a mesh that I'm putting across the cracks here. I hope you can see this. Next, I'm going to take a little bit of this, not much, and let's see if I can go on the ground here. Take a little bit of this concrete, mix it up, and put it in here. Not too much more than that. Let's try that much and see how we do. So there is some water in here already, and as an added bonus, it looks like there's some of that color from the concrete that I did the other day, and it's in the bottom of this pot. So I just put like 2 more drops in here, which is about what I have. We didn't have that. All right, so let's just take this. Just like a drop is all I need. Okay. All right, so now we start to put this together. Mix, mix, mix. Break, break, break. All right, it's getting there. But it doesn't really hold together yet, so unfortunately, we put 2 more drops in. That'll work. Let's see how that works. Okay, so this concrete is getting there. It's just not going to let me get away with it. I need to have another drop. I have this little drop bottle that I started to use. Of course, it's empty, so it's not doing any good. And now we probably put too much in, but we're not going to stop. We're going to keep going. Mix, mix, mix. Get down at that bottom. Okay, now let me just put some of this on here. See what happens. I think maybe I need to wet this whole thing a little. So I want it to stick. So let's just wet it a little and keep going. Okay, that's pretty good. Just keep it over here. Now this, it's really not going to fill the crack. That's not the deal here. What it's got to do is get in between all this screen that I have on here. And now when I'm thinking about it, I need to get 4 marbles. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, that's good enough. Now these marbles are going to go right where the old ones did. But to do that, put some of that in there. Okay, so that'll work. So this side, you know, I think it will work. I don't want to use too much of this because I'm going to have to make some more if I do. And I don't really want to make any more of this right now. I want to have this work. That's the way it is. So it's not gluing these two sides together. In other words, there's not any of it in here of too much. All it's doing is holding them this way. You know, it's not gluing them. The top is doing that. This is not doing that. Okay. So there's that. Let's do the other side. We got to get some water in it, on it. There's one spot where we need some. And all through this. All through these places where this wire is. Okay. First of all, I'll put a little bit up here. I'm going to just put my marble on it. See how that works. Don't want to add any concrete to the top of the marble too much. That's the bottom of that's where the pot is. Okay, so put some here. That. There we go. I hope you can still see. Okay, that's down there. And some water here. Okay, get rid of this. Not that much. And this just goes with it. Okay, so that's some of it. I did say I wanted to do 2 more spots with marbles, so I'm going to get 2 more out here, maybe. Yeah, that's one. And there's one. Okay, so these 2 are going to go here. I can't have that on it. Okay, so I might be able to combine these 2 ideas and just put this here, and then put that on it like that. It seems like that would work. Over here, same thing, a little bit of that, this, or that. And like that. As you've seen many times, my pots are totally beautiful, and you know, I think it's only fair that at least part of them doesn't look so good. So I always make the bottoms look the worst. And it's helpful if they break. You know, that's always helpful. Okay, so what I think has happened here is that oh come on, don't do that. I don't know if that's going to do it or not. So what we're going to do, I'm going to put a little more in here, just a little bit. And then put some water in. Look at that. And mix it up. I don't know why I didn't figure this out earlier, and of course I may see later why nobody else thinks of it this way, but that you don't need to mix up a lot of concrete to start with. Just and do a little bit batches. That way you don't end up wasting it all over the place. Okay, so we're taking it out there a little. It goes over here. This. I hope you can still see. I'm not really paying attention to that. The camera, sorry. You know, I make these videos really not, I mean, I'm sorry to say this, but I don't really make them so much for anyone else to see, except for the fact that I would love people to see if they can give me advice. As far as entertainment, they're not entertaining. Like my camera's always pointing at the wrong thing, and it's really more of an embarrassment than anything. Okay, so get this out here, and is it okay if you see somebody scream? I think it is. It's a good thing because we always see someone argue it. Okay, so this is one of my projects for the moment. There, see if I can get it to take. Putting any water on it. That's what we call a dry pour. I I've done dry pour for years, and for things like fence posts, I think it's great. So we're going to just put some more on these spots where it isn't covering. And these clods will hopefully, and I think they will, they'll take up some water from what's underneath them. And if they don't, they just come off. That's all. Concrete is not expensive. It just isn't expensive. Even for someone like me who's retired, still not expensive. You know, I get 90 pounds of it or some ridiculous huge amount for $20. You know, it's not 90 pounds, but it feels like it when I'm lifting it, I'll tell you that. And that lasts, I've only bought 2 bags of it in the whole years I've done this, and I'm talking like I have lots of experience. No, that's only about 2 years. A bag a year, maybe. Okay. So, as I said before, this does not have to hold the pot together. That's not what it's doing. It's just, all it's doing is hooking these 2 sides with this screen, so that it takes maybe it might take just a little more to break it. And as I often say, we will find out if that's true. Okay. All right, here, there's some of this. Doesn't take cartoons. Doesn't take cartoons. Doesn't take concrete very long before you can do this to it. Kind of smooth it. Doesn't take too long. I mean, it's not giving way around even anywhere where I'm doing this. And it makes it look a little better. Not that it matters. This is the bottom, but at least. Okay, so some things like this crack is filled on the other side, so I don't need to worry about it. And basically, that's it. I mean, this piece is finished. I'm going to leave that on there as a celebration of hot glue, which is what these were put together with before unsuccessfully. So let's clean off those a bit. As if that matters, as anyone's going to see it. The only dismaying thing is that I've managed to use one of the blue rocks for this, or blue marbles for this, and I usually don't do that. I usually use them for, I've got a couple places in the yard where I use blue marbles. All right, so you are ready to go down here for a while. The next thing that has to happen with that is that it has to, I'm lucky I didn't break it right there as I had dropped it. The next thing that has to happen is the other side has to be patched. I will patch that soon. Okay, so you can go down here. I kind of like the way concrete looks when it's a clod that just got some water on it and soaked it up. And they look like little stones, and they're whatever color they are, whatever color it is. Okay, I think that's good enough right now. On that one. And we're going to move on to the next project now. Bonsai Anonymous out.